And so the way that one addresses the microphone consistently makes the real difference. You have to try and be as consistent as you can and to the proximity of the microphone and all that, because those things change as you get further away from the microphone. As you know, the volume drops off. Well, not only does the volume drop off, but the EQ bass drops off. So it's very important that one be consistent. And that's why I was talking earlier about your, using the hand mic, that's Bob Heil's design. And he did a tremendous job on getting that microphone to make that radio sound like $1 million. Thing is, though, you have to utilize that mic just the right way, because if you work directly into it, you can pick up a lot of mouth noises. And that's true with any electret microphone, pretty much. It all depends on the windscreen anomalies that you might have in there. And by the way, as we're talking windscreens, foam windscreens, I suggest whatever the microphone that one might have, a foam windscreen can just do immense things as far as cleaning up your audio, the distortion. Because if you think about it, here's this microphone, which its primary duty is to translate sound into electronic impulses, okay? But then all of a sudden, our mouths make tremendous pressures over and above what the actual sound of the word is. And so you have these wind velocities moving out of your mouth that are 3 or 4 times hotter than the audio that this microphone is engaged to translate. And here comes this wind gust, and guess what happens? It distorts, it overloads. So a foam windscreen has the ability to redirect those windscreens away from the mic element, and that is the most beautiful thing about a foam windscreen. It takes all the garbage and all of the things that are going to mess you up and gets away with them before they get to the mic element. Roger?
Okay, yeah, so just prepare yourself to train to talk out of the corner of your mouth and talk across the microphone instead of directly into it there. Over.
Yes, sir. And actually, I'm saying touch, the corner of your lips so you have contact with that microphone,
Yes, absolutely.
And that right there will give you a nice low end response capability and also top end response. So it all depends on the equalization curve, though, Roger.
Copy, yeah. And that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm talking across from it there with it right there at the corner touching the mouth there. Over.
Yes, exactly at the right place. Just beautiful. Now, what you need to do is to consistently hit the mark like that. Now, I don't mean, whatever, but I'm just saying that the more consistent you are as you address the microphone like that, it becomes second nature, and your audio will just start sounding primo, I mean, you run across those stations where, all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, and it just sounds, you just get lost in the sound,
Yeah, and I'm very pleased with the performance of the 7300. Like you said, they've done a real good job making it high quality.
Oh yes, sir. I think the thing is, see, Bob, all his life was pretty much a dynamic microphone manufacturer or designer, and that's where he came from, and that was the way to do it. And there are other ways that have come across now, particularly like the electret microphone, which is on any given day you can buy 50 for $20, and in the right circuit, these little electret microphone elements have, to my estimation, a much better articulated top end than dynamic microphones. So, I mean, it's just my personal opinion, and obviously Bob worked his way too, and he had some great microphones. But in the case of the ICOM 7300, there was a perceived problem. I'm not real sure how critical it was. Bob felt it was, as far as the input level to the ICOM 7300 was not as robust, as I understand it, as some radios might be. So he really needs something to kick that audio from the beginning to get it up to a nice depth to be mid-scale on the input mic level control, somewhere in there anyway. So he said, well, gosh, might be this time we'll use electret microphone, and because that will give you some a lot hotter output, frankly, than a dynamic microphone. So he got his hotshot level in there, but he also got some extra, to my estimation, some extra flat top end to make that radio really shine, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. So, well, what do you think about it there, Jim? You think we're set pretty good there?
Yes, sir. Now, what I would do, I would go back to my ALC set. Now that we've, anytime you mess with anything in the chain, then you need to go back and double check your mod level. And so the mod level is where you're looking at your ALC meter as you say the word audio and adjust your mic level until your ALC meter is running 7 or 2/3. Just to the right of center, Roger.
All right, yeah. Audio 1, 2, 3. Audio. Yeah, so about didn't take much to really change it there. Pretty close to about where it was at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It looks really good. So what happens there when you set level at 7 or 2/3 and you're running a 3 on your compressor, then you're going to be running right at a 3 dB dynamic range. Now, I could explain that as if you were at a baseball game and there was a PA system and you were calling the game or something, and I had some kind of something there with a VU meter tied across your audio, and as you spoke, my VU meter would be flopping around there because you're not using any processing on your PA system. You're just talking into it. So my VU meter, looking at your audio, is going to be flopping around from zero level, which is 100%, back down to minus 10. So we can call that a minus 10 dB configuration when somebody is not using a processing equipment. So you're running a 10 dB dynamic range when you're not processing. But for broadcast radio transmitting, we need a fuller signal. The fuller is better, louder, apparently. So we found that a 3 dB dynamic range signal is a lot better than a 10 dB dynamic range signal because you're squishing the audio there, and so it gets to sound fuller. And so when you're running a 3 dB dynamic range, then your average percent of peak modulation is between 80 and 85%, which is a whole lot better than 30%, Roger.
Roger, yeah. I mean, your education level on that audio is well above what I'm familiar with, so, I mean, I understand a little bit, but nowhere near what you're explaining there, so it's kind of foreign knowledge to me.
Roger, well, let's just say this, that if, many years ago, in the early days of amateur radio, a lot of those older operators determined that they would use no processing, and that would be just straightforward, and that's good. But, the problem is now we have so much ambient level distortion, noise, and all that stuff. And particularly, hey, at Christmas time, everything is blinking and causing static, and it's terrible. So because of that additional noise on the band, you have to take some preventive measures to try to expedite your signal up into the receivable level over these ambient noises that you are currently having to address, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, I copy all that. All right, well, I appreciate your help there, Jim. I'm sure there's other people in there that want to try their stuff out, and I'll check into your YouTube channel. Maybe, I don't know if it's up tomorrow or when it'll be up there, and I'll listen to see what that thing sounds like now.
Roger. Okay, what's the name there?
Name's Blake.
Okay, Blake, and what's your location?
Near St. Matthews in Linden area. Kind of, I'm not sure if you're familiar with like Joe's Older Than Dirt. I'm right around that area.
Oh, Roger, and you're on that 7300 today, Roger?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, just catching up on some notes. Well, Blake, good to talk at you, sir. Don't be a stranger. Join us anytime. And if you want to hear that audio, if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, followed by the word logbook, that will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 3600, and I'll have it uploaded to YouTube by noon tomorrow, Roger?